In the last episode, I was telling you, start playing a musical instrument. Also, I can't recommend this highly enough. Paint. Paint. You don't really have to know anything. Like I made sure that I didn't look up anything. Like I just thought, well, I'm just gonna do whatever I do, and I guess what you'd call what I do abstract expressionism. It would be abstract, but then it is also interpretive as something, or it can be perceived as a thing. I try never to tell people what it is I see in my head that I'm painting, because I think it kind of ruins it. What I see, I don't think is nearly as important as what the person who might buy it and hang it in their house would see. And I don't want to influence that. I hated MTV for that reason. You know what I mean? Came out in 1983. I love songs and lyrics. I would just love getting lost in a song and seeing whatever the song made me see in my head. And then MTV started making music videos for every single song that came out. Whatever the band's interpretation or the directors or whoever made the video, basically that's what you saw inside your head from that point on, just kind of couldn't shake it. And I haven't tried to sell my paintings yet, because anytime I've decided to monetize an art that I do, I end up hating the art. In the words of Cyndi Lauper in a lovely song she did early on. I also do stand-up comedy, right? I love it. I love getting up in front of a room, and it's nice now that I've had my career, so when I get up and do it now, it's not because I want a TV show or I have an ulterior motive. It's really simply the joy of making the room laugh and being in control of it and succeeding.
I was a stand-up in my 20s, but I took 30 years off, right, to raise 3 kids, because at the time that we started having kids, I was doing stand-up comedy, and it's just too depressing. Really, so and I spent way too much time with a loaded shotgun in my mouth to, I think, be a good father.
They may be the only 2 art forms that I do where you don't have to worry about 5 people standing behind you going, I think you should use that color green. That makes it very different than making television, I can tell you that much. Stand-up comedy is the same way. Nobody tells you what to put in your act. It's your act. You're the one taking all the chances up there. The other thing with this is that it's the first art form I've ever done where I'm much more invested in the process than the outcome. Especially since I'm not trying to sell it yet. If I really hate one, I just go over it again and use the canvas. I know I've mentioned I have severe ADD. During the process of this, it takes me somewhere. I get so in it that since I take in the entire room at all times with my disease, it goes, like when you turn off on old time TVs with the picture tube, when you turn it off and you go to that little dot, the dot would slowly fade away. That's where I'm at when I paint. The inside my head it's almost like you're changing a radio dial between 2 Spanish-speaking radio stations with static in the middle. You know what I mean? And it just shuts it all down. You find a station that wasn't there before in the middle that's just kind of cool jazz. Normally I have music playing, but I wanted to talk to you, so I can't recommend this highly enough. If you're older and you're looking for what to do, and you're sick of sitting on the TV watching how bad TV is, usually, paint. It's life-saving. I'm telling you, if you're depressed, paint. Pick up a brush. You can do no wrong. Do you see what I'm doing here? You can do no wrong. Just put what's in your head on the canvas and then go from there. And then you'll do another one, and then you'll do another one, and you'll do another one. And you'll keep either discovering something new or getting closer to what it was you saw in the first place. Whatever it is you want, you can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. I love that. I feel like Bob Ross. Put a big old afro on. His paintings were a little repetitive, I think. I love trees and lakes, but